Okay, so today in math, we're doing HomeLink 2.5, change number stories, and this is the same thing that's in your Everyday Math journal. And it says, today your child learned about another diagram that helps organize information in a number story. It is called a change diagram, and then gives you a couple of pages in the student reference book, but we don't have those at home, so just watch this video for a little bit of help. For each number story, you can write a question mark in the diagram for the number you want to find. Write the numbers you know in the change diagram. Then, write the answer and a number model. Finally, write how you know that each answer makes sense. And remember, guys, with number stories, whoops, I'm writing on it. With number stories, there's a lot of different things to do. Right? There's a lot of process to go through. It's not just like, oh, 2 plus 2 is 4. Or 25 plus 25 is 50, the end. You have to think about these problems. So, first thing that we do is we read it. Good. So we read it. And so that's the first thing we're going to do. For each number, right here, we read it. Marcus had $25 in his wallet. He spent $16 at the store. How much money was in Marcus's wallet then? Okay, so we've read it. And what do we do next? What do we do next? We have to, raise your hand if you know. Okay, give me the first sound of the letter, first sounds. Good, we think about it. Very good. Think about it. Okay, so we're thinking, how am I going to solve this? Alright. And then after we think about it a little bit, we think, okay, we got $25 in his wallet. He spent $16. How am I going to solve it? How much money was left in his wallet? Well, if it's how much money was in his wallet. I know that means was left in. If he spent some, we must be subtracting. Okay? So what am I going to do next? Tell me the first sound of the letter. P. We're going to plan it. And the S I heard, I bet, is for subtracting. Is that what you were thinking when you were saying? Yeah, you are absolutely right. We are going to have to subtract. Okay? So we're going to plan it out. I know that I'm going to subtract. That's my plan. I'm going to plan to subtract the smaller number from the bigger number to get an answer. Okay? And so what this is going to do is I start with, how much money do I start with? I start with $25 because that's how much was in his wallet. Okay? And then it's going to end with I'm not sure what. Okay? But I'm going to change by 16, right? I'm going to change by minus 16, by taking away 16. So I start with 25, I take away 16, and then if I do that, I'm going to end with 9. Okay? So I answer the question, how much money was in Marcus's wallet then? 9. 9 what? Okay, here's because I have to write the unit. 9 what? It's going to be $9. Okay, $9. And then the number model. This is where a few of you got confused a little bit in your workbooks. This is actually just going to be what we've got right here. Okay, 25 minus 16 equals 9. How do you know your answer makes sense? Well, there's lots of ways I could know it. Let's do number 4 though. Step 4 of our problem is what we just did. It's do it. And then number 5 would be check it. Okay, to make sure it's right. Well, if I check it, 9 plus 16 equals 25. It's a good check. How do you know your answer makes sense? Remember, use the question to start your answer. I know my answer makes sense because. I know my answer makes sense because there is only 9 left if I take 16 away from 25. You could say I checked this. Checked it by, and then you could even do 9 plus 16 equals 25. There's a lot of different ways you could answer this, but I want you to tell me how you knew that it makes sense. You could even say, I know my answer makes sense because 9 is smaller than 25. Okay? Because that will tell me that you're thinking you have to subtract. Okay, so that would be a simpler way to answer it. But there's different ways you can answer this. It just needs to tell me that you knew how that answer made sense. So this is how we do change number stories, and this is the kind of model that you can use for that.